All right, everybody, so welcome back. Today, we're going to be putting the turkeys out here in the big brooder box. So in our last episode, we moved the meat birds out into their bigger chicken tractor where they were always meant to go. And then we needed to clean this box out, which we've done, and then put the turkeys in here so they have a bigger space to be. They'll probably be in here for about 3 weeks, maybe 4 more weeks, but they'll be getting big again, and they won't be able to stay in here for very long either. Around that time is when we will be harvesting the meat birds, so they will no longer be in the chicken tractor. And then we'll be able to move that to where we want on some clean ground and put the turkeys out in there. And then I think this brooder will be done being used for the year until next spring. Okay, so do you guys remember in the last video where we moved the meat birds out of here and they got it all disgusting, and I had shoveled out what I could, but there was quite a bit of debris and poop left and all of that. And I said I had an idea for how best to really thoroughly clean this out, and I needed to consult with my husband, and he agreed, thought it was a good idea. So I had told him, he started with those 2 little holes there on the end, right there, which probably would have been fine too. But this slit right here is what I had in mind. Some chicken feed on the other side. And then I said, let's power wash it. You can direct the water right out of the hole. So all of the debris, poop, all the nasty stuff goes right out of the hole. And then you could always just put a, thin board on the outside of it to patch that. He had an even better idea. How about hardware cloth, which is this very durable, small gauge metal that we use on everything around here, so that it will just always have that capability. So I think that's what we're going to do going forward, and it worked great. Now, he did go ahead and power wash this, so it's extremely clean. It smells brand new in here again. When you touch it, it's actually completely dry, and you don't really see any poop, definitely don't smell poop, that sort of thing. But that just goes to show you, like, even with it clean, this is that one spot we focused on before too. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta watch him. You just never know what his plan is. Anyway, there's a good, like, that corner was really dark over there where it's kind of lighter right here. This is where a food dish always sat, but then the pooping chickens would sit around that. So yeah, it still stained it. So even though this is very clean and it's dry, it still stained it a dark color. But if you're in that same situation and you have a pretty large brooder box and you're like, and it's made out of this stuff on the floor that you obviously can't really scrub easily, that was a very good solution. What do you guys think? Be fine here. Oh, you already had one of the different noise. Hey guys, look. Hey. So they're already, this one jumped up on the ledge already. So they're already trying to get out. Did you guys hear that? Were you doing your little noises and calling the wild turkeys in? Were you? They probably thought they lost some babies. I thought they were going to walk into the pole barn. What happened? That was pretty fun. Okay, the meat birds are 6 weeks old now, and in 2 more weeks we will be helping butcher them. Oh, hi there. Hi. I know, it's hard to walk, huh? They move a little bit and then plop down. Oh, goodness.
The chickens go walkity, walkity, plop, and there's a spider right there.
Yep, I know. But this has done very well for our chicken tractor, and Our live traps have been helping capture raccoons, and we've been dealing with those. So no predator breaches so far. Hopefully we don't have that situation while they're in here. And then when they're no longer in here, we can reconfigure the security for this little enclosure. So another thing that we need to do in order to prepare for harvesting the meat birds is make sure that we have enough freezer space. This one is our only deep freezer. It's kind of a smallish, almost medium-sized freezer. And then of course we have the extra refrigerator with the freezer on top out here in the pole barn. And then we have a small refrigerator freezer in the house as well. So this one's completely empty. I don't need to do anything with that. The one in the house will be really quick to clean out as well. There's not very much in there. And then this is the big one, obviously, that we need to make sure is ready to go. So I know that there are varying food types in here for freezer storage. There are probably some old things as well. So we're going to clean this out, organize it, make sure we have space for those meat birds. So something that I bought to help us with this as well are these nice little freezer organizers. This freezer didn't come with anything like that. I got these off of Amazon. My local stores that might carry things like this didn't have anything like it at all. There's a lot of different styles of these, and there should be different sizes of them as well. Interestingly, I looked at several different brands, colors, styles. They're not all wire metal baskets. You can get different types of things. But I looked at several on Amazon, and all of them were the same size. So this came in a 4-pack, so I've got 4 of these. Reasonably priced. I think it was $24. I'll link the information. It's got them white to match the freezer. I've seen the ones that will, you know, they're supposed to kind of hang right here. That would have been nice. I'm sure if I had looked for something specifically from Insignia, which is the brand of this freezer, that I might have found something that fits specific, but weirdly I didn't. There just wasn't anything like that on Amazon of that same size. What I'm trying to say is that all of these that I found on Amazon, no matter what brand, color, or style of this type of basket, they were all 14 inches long. So I didn't find any that would match. I think mine is 20 inches if you count this lip right here that you would want this to be up over. But either way, this will still help. It's got the handles on it. We can put things in here, keep them organized, and then if something is in your way or something is below something else, obviously you can pick this up and move it easily to get what you're looking for. We don't mind sharing, so we also said that if we don't have enough room in this freezer for all of those birds, we would give a few to family members or my in-laws who have, I think, a couple of deep freezers, so they could kind of help us store these or enjoy eating them themselves. That first bag was fish from 2023, and it had an odor, so that went in the trash already. This, I think, is from our deer this year, so January of 2026. Good meat. This is something that really we should all do, but nobody has time to do this on a regular basis. But we always forget how much meat we have and what we have. And that, hey, maybe we didn't need to go to the grocery store and buy XYZ. Just a few extra frozen treats. I was actually just looking for some of this. Yay! I'm gonna put this aside to take it in the house. Along with a rooster that we helped our family process, I think earlier this year or in the fall of last year. So that'd make a good rotisserie chicken. You know what's so strange about this? When you get deer meat processed, these are from the same deer and the same place at the same time, the same processor. And this one will be really well labeled. What is it, the date that it was processed, where it was processed, etc. And then when they do the ground beef, they always put it in this kind of package, or you might see like a white package with red writing and spots for labeling, and then they never label that on these. So if you're getting into this lifestyle and you're not already familiar with that, just be aware of that you could end up with a whole lot of good ground beef, but if you don't really know what it is or where it's from or how long you've had it, etc., that they package it that way for some reason. I've had that happen over many years' time with a couple of different processors too, so it's not just like it's that one place that did it that way. Some green beans that I froze from the garden last year. We should also eat these in a meal soon. Another chicken. I'm not sure where to put that. Yeah, okay, see. Unlabeled mystery meat. I don't want to waste it. I'll ask my husband. This might be from the fall as well. If it's deer meat from the fall, then obviously it's still good. Similar rules apply for this type of meat processing as well as it would for store-bought stuff. 1 to 2 years. Certainly don't eat anything beyond 2 years. And even if it's been frozen, it might not have gone bad technically, but it's not going to taste good. It's going to taste gross, and it might not cook well either. It might be a little bit tough and chewy, and you don't want that. 2023. Some of this was given to us, and that's also when we were moving. So frankly, it's just one of those things. You hate to waste this stuff, but also we didn't realize we had it. This freezer moved a bunch with us. There's just some old things in here, unfortunately. These are like venison Slim Jims, by the way. You can see right here the only feature. The rooster's getting excited about the turkeys over here. The only feature that this freezer has for shelving is just like this bump up shelf. It's very low. Again, you know, you kind of need something else in there. Several other things like these racks other than just that for storing things. Really almost need another table to put things on while I go through it. I see you over there, bud. You trying to sneak up on me? Careful, don't scare all the chickens. I'm going through all of our freezer meat and getting rid of stuff that's old.
Is this snow?
It's ice. This freezer is very cold. Alright. These are, I honestly have no clue. No idea where these came from. I almost feel like maybe somebody else was storing their stuff here in our freezer, which could be possible, but I'm sorry. This smells like mothballs. It's saturated in water, and it's clearly like an opened package of chicken that someone was saving, which is, it's fine if you want to do that at your house, but I don't know where this came from or who it came from. Okay, here we go. Oh. This is not even that heavy, but this, by the way, is, I think my husband came home with 2 of these large plastic bags from the deer processor from when he picked it up for the deer that he shot, either in December or January. And then inside the large plastic bag will be all of the smaller things, like that, and like the, you know, prepackaged roast, which, by the way, that's the size of a venison roast. You could put a couple of these in a crock pot though and get a larger meal out of it. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna try to put this in here and we'll put another rack down there. Some more green beans. Okay, so here's what we're left with after everything is all cleaned up. Those are my Amazon baskets, helping out some. I do definitely recommend try to get one that actually fits your freezer, or a couple of them, the kind that will rest on the edges here, so that they're easier to pick up and you have more room to store underneath. Those worked, they helped out a lot, and I did get rid of old food that we're certainly not going to eat. And then this is how much meat we have. It's kind of nice too because I can see what we have, and I'm realizing that, I mean, other than chicken, which we do buy a lot of chicken, I really should not have been buying beef products of any kind. I have venison steaks, ground venison, and a lot of venison roasts. So that's plenty of meat for that kind of thing. I think we even have a little bit of, okay, the cut of meat is escaping me, but like for making a stew or like a beef stroganoff, which I have a fantastic recipe for, and we do eat that kind of often. So we have all kinds of options in here for red meat. While there's a lot more room in here, it's organized, we can see what we have. If you're thinking, yeah, this isn't going to fit 25 full-grown meat birds after processing, that's correct. It should fit quite a few of them though, but again, we have 2 more smaller freezers above refrigerators that we can put stuff in, and we'll probably just share a few chickens with our family.